They're on the top of what? On the dome?
They're on top of dome.
They're actually in dome proper.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Firing for effect, boys.
Button.
Oh, wow.
You got good hits on dome.
Yeah. Someone's not happy.
Got killed by Cover Me Porkins.
Oh,
yeah,
hold,
no, fuck it.
hold. Roof?
I'm out on balcony.
No. Roof of King. We don't. There's no friendlies on the roof of King, right?
No, negative, no friendlies. Eyes on. Eyes on if you want to shoot.
Where is he?
It's a PMC, right side, underneath the radar on King.
Underneath the little radar dish.
Yeah. You know where the military cable spawns? Up and to the left. Up and to the left. But there you go. Boom! Hey, Peg, I think I saw movement. Yeah, I got movement in North Pond, White Pond.
Okay.
Right side.
Okay.
Looked like a bear. Low kit.
Okay. Where they going?
Oh, they're at Wee Woo.
Okay.
2.
Okay. I'm ready.
Here, hold on, hold.
Okay.
Fire.
You guys thought I was going to give you the prestige before I talked about the sponsor for the video. Oh, man. This is why I love you guys. I love you guys. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. These guys have been huge for this channel, and I cannot thank them enough for sponsoring another video. My God, you guys are great. For those of you unfamiliar, Raid Shadow Legends is a dark mobile RPG with absolutely amazing graphics, great turn-based combat, and literally hundreds of champions across 12 different factions. Now, with the holidays comes a lot of crazy offers, and Raid is no exception. In fact, the offer that they're making now for new players is better than any offer I've ever seen them do in the over 1 year of time that I have been doing sponsored spots for them. And this spot that they're sponsoring, how about an entirely brand new instance with 120 different floors and 12 crazy-ass bosses, 14 new champions, and 3 special champions with Christmas vibes that tend to be crazily overpowered, especially the guy that looks like Santa Claus. Yeah, Sir Nicholas, that guy right there. Can I have him? Can you guys send him to me? Because I don't have him yet, and he always kicks my butt. Can I have him, please? Please? And how about this offer for new players? 50,000 silver, 50 gems, 1 energy refill, 1 clan boss key, 5 mystery shards, a day of double XP, and 1 free epic champion. Epic champion, the shaman. Not rare, epic. That, by itself, is the biggest offer I've ever seen them make to any new player ever. Ever. It's crazy. And as always, all of this treasure, for those of you that do end up playing Raid, will be found right here in the inbox. Now, you can find me in-game under the name Onepeg, obviously, and my clan, should you so choose to join, is named Arnie Bestboy, because he is. So click on the links below, grab Raid for yourselves on either your PC or any of your mobile devices, join me in the game, and I will see you in Raid.
Yes. There we go.
They hit him?
Yeah, you got him.
Hell yeah. Okay, so first up, thank you to Tower, the BSG Sherpa Bros that helped me out, and to all of the friends in between. You guys inspire me constantly to create things that I think are cool as hell, so thank you. This video is all about the AGS. I started down this rabbit hole with figuring out trajectories and ranges and what you can hit from where, and then I suddenly became an AGS sniping god. So warm up your hungry eyes. Here we go. Before I give you all the data on where to aim, etc., first I want to show you guys how this whole thing works, because if you follow this method, maybe you start snagging some additional spots to whack people, right? Plus, I think it'll do good to explain some functions of the AGS as well as some added features and benefits. We're going to break this down for the noobs, so if you don't need this little bit, feel free to skip ahead, but for those of you that don't mind suffering through this portion, I promise I'm going to keep this short. When you first walk up to the AGS, the PMC pumps up a spring. The spring is what the AGS uses to fire the grenades. The higher your mag drill skill is, the faster you will pump this action, so it helps if you have higher mag drills. Secondly, the AGS, when fired, levels both your recoil control skill and your LMG skill, so not too bad for something that costs you absolutely nothing that you can benefit from. If you push the mouse forward, the AGS barrel rises, mouse back, and the AGS barrel drops. If you point the nose of the barrel all the way up, you'll notice a stamped plate on the top of the firing mechanism that lists a bunch of numbers. These numbers correspond to the distance, which is the numbers on the left, and the elevation, which is the numbers on the right. It's always a good idea to fire off 3 to 5 grenades just to kind of blanket the area a bit. Now, there is a re-zeroing function similar to how scopes work using page up and page down, but it's a little hokey and the lens of the camera gets a little messed up, so, use it if you want to or try. Lastly, there is the firing rate. You can also rapidly tap the button even faster, which will launch a cluster of grenades faster than full auto will do. It doesn't seem to have a maximum rate of fire. If you're trying to quickly cluster bomb an area, keep this in mind so you can fire a quick cluster and then move off of the AGS before you get countered yourself. Most of the really cool shots you can do won't make any real use of the ADS feature other than for a reference point on your shots, so pay attention to where I set my scope if you want to maximize your results. Now, I want to emphasize that some of these look impractical, and they are, but it's still cool. The best way to ensure you're actually getting results is to game with a buddy and have them spot for you and tell you whether or not you actually hit your intended target. I've taken out a huge chunk of raiders at K buildings, repeatedly counter-sniped people at different AGS locations, killed people at the dome with a small cluster of fire before they could react and move. I've hit people 700 meters away running along a wall simply because of an accurate call-out. So first up, some cheeky stuff you can do at the radar tower. So I bet you're thinking to yourselves, hey, Onepeg, why are you bothering to do this to begin with? Well, Billy, the quick answer is because sometimes it's a lot easier to just hit people with blanket fire, especially if they're behind barricades, than it is to bother trying to snipe them when they pick their head up. Secondarily to that, it's really fucking cool to have a whole bunch of bragging rights knowing full well that you can snipe people. Okay, so from left to right, things that you can see and fire at. All the way to the left, almost to the lock, is the sniper tower out here. Then we pan across. We have the King building with the garage door down below us. Further out, we have Bishop. Straight on out is another sniper tower. We have the little blue trailer shit shack, Love Shack, the Connexes where you get some loot by Love Shack, and then over here to the right, about yay, is the little shit shack out in the middle of the SCAV lands. Okay, out behind SCAV school. And then obviously we have the drop down room right here, and then the tech spawn. And then we just take a little aim. What I'll do is I'll adjust this so that you guys can see the impacts. There you go. 5.4 to 5.5. And you just lay waste to the whole face of it. Right? Another quick one. Heat pipe extract. If you aim down, you can see the connexes right here, right? So here's the tower with the light on it. Here's the 50 cal tower. Right down here are the connexes. This line right here on the second connex, this one sticking up in the air, that's the heat pipe extract right next to it. So all you do is just kind of line up slightly off to the left of that connex and go up to 4.7. There you go. Dead scavs extracted from the heat pipe. Speaking of Love Shack, if we go over here, this is up 3.8 degrees, and this hits right on the balcony. If you want to go to the right just a little bit and hit the connexes, you go down to about 3.5. And then let's say just for the sake of argument, you're out here spotting away. You see a guy right here at Love Shack or coming through the gate, whatever. You didn't get to him in time, but you want to make sure that you get something effective. If you're patient, you can see him come out and run across. As soon as he starts running, he's going to start heading down the wall because that's what they do. They never run straight up into the kitchen. That's not a normal thing. They don't want to leave themselves exposed. They're trying to stay in cover. So they'll run, past the tank and they go over into the corner, right? As they're off on this run, the moment that you see them kind of exit, all you have to do is swing over here to right where this pole is. Not this big shadowy one out in the back, but this pole right here. You go to the left just a scoosh, okay? And you go up to 3.8. Just like this. So here's 3 that hit right here. Here's 1 that hit here. All these right in here on the stair side. You'll have impacts back here along the wall. Impacts right here along the wall. And as long as we're out here, we'll do the SCAV lands. So this, again, SCAV lands AGS. If you're going to get ready, this is a really common spawn point. People tend to overwhelmingly spawn in this corner whenever they queue. So you end up right kind of next to it. So the first thing you want to do, prime it. And then go lay in a bush somewhere for a couple of minutes if you're really planning on doing this. But assuming that it's been a few minutes and people have settled in, maybe you hear some sniper fire kind of off in the distance, you know? You hear like an R700 from way up on the tower or something. So, from left to right, this is the lock. You can see and get some of this building, okay? First up is the breach right here. You can shoot in there. The gazebo, where people tend to walk. You see a lot of scavs, you know, Gluhar guards. You can hit the helicopter, just kind of straight on. It's blind. You can obviously hit the radar dome from here. There's a lot of the cliff stuff. You can hit the other AGS. You can hit the other 50 cal. Obviously, you can lay waste to all of the windows along the backside of this. You can hit the tech spawn and the drop-down rooms. Obviously, both stairwells, like we've seen Dr. Lupo do a ton. And some really other interesting stuff I can show you as well. Okay, so Pawn West, you happen to see somebody go right up on the roof right here, yeah? If you want to hit this doorway or the tent or clip something off of the roof line, you know, whatever, that is plus 7.1 degrees. Bam, right on the door, baby. Now, just like in the highlight clip, if you want to hit radar, there's two main elevations that you want to know. But first, the aim point. If you're going to aim for radar and you want to hit for effect, these two trees right next to each other, the twins as I call them, you aim in the center of the twins and go up to 14.1. 14.1 is the balcony ledge below the ball. All right? And then you just kind of wiggle her back and forth a little bit. So up to 14.1 and then lay it down. And that puts fire right on the balcony. If you want to hit inside of the ball like you saw in the highlight film, you want to go up to 14.8. 14.8, bang, bang, bang. Now, if you're right between the trees like I have aimed, it will go, the majority of them will actually go through the major large breach in the ball and connect down below near the door where people come in and out. If you want to hit in front of the ball or, you know, a little bit over to the side or whatever, 14.8, 14.9, and you can just kind of like wiggle it around to the side. So, you know, a little bit to the right of the tree, on the right bark here, you know, whatever, and it will hit. The easy stuff most people know how to do. For this stuff, I'm not going to bother. You guys can figure that out. That's pretty much just flat angle stuff anyway. You're just kind of shooting straight on, and you can watch this thing light up the whole backside of the building. That's whatever. If you want to do something cool, corner sniper shack. Now, we're talking far corner, the one behind the other AGS on the opposite side of the map, 700-ish meters away. You hear somebody fire off an R700 corner sniper shack trying to hit dome or, you know, sniping K buildings or the train station or whatever. If you want to counter that, that is all the way to the lock, all the way to the right, can't move any further, 13 degrees, flat, and then just bang, bang. And listen. That's the corner sniper shack, taking all the hits. Some of them are going to miss. Some of them are going to go over. Some are going to, you know, skate some weird way because the cone of accuracy that far out is probably like 25 meters. But you just lay it down. If you want to hit the other AGS, the opposite AGS, the one that's in front of that sniper tower, you just drop this down to about 12.2, 12.1, somewhere around in there. 12.1, 12.2. And listen. That's the other AGS taking a bath. Here's some fun, cheeky ones. From here, you also have the ability to hit stuff in and around the gas station and the ST warehouse. I think that's what, Black Knight? If you want to hit the door of RBST, this telephone pole right here is your best friend. Okay, it started getting dark, so I decided to reset the instance. So if you want to hit the door of RBST, this telephone pole is your friend. In the case of the RBST building, you want to be right on the left edge of the telephone pole and go up to 8.3. Before I forget, real quick. I realized that I could pull out the compass and give you guys bearings. The problem with giving you bearings is you have to put the compass away in order to be able to use this. And you need aim reference. So as much as I want to be able to give you a bearing, and I could tell you, yeah, it's 200 degrees, you know, in this direction, that's not going to help you, which is why I'm using these reference points. So food for thought, okay? So left edge of the telephone pole, up to 8.3. Listen. That is the door of RBST. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bricks, give or take. All right, again, don't have to be crazily accurate. You're going to go up to 10.2. Pull the trigger. out in back of RBST in the killing fields. CP fence extract is even easier. See that big-ass grease spot looking deal right here? Okay? All you got to do is aim right at the center of that. Right where this little bald spot is. 9.2, because it's a little bit further out, right? To get out behind the tank. And that's going to put it right in the corner. And here is the cheekiest of the cheeky shots. Aim at the corner. Right here. Right at this downspout off the corner of SCAV school. And you go down to 5.5. Okay? 5.5 right at the corner. And then you just hold the trigger down. Maybe even one brick to the left. That line right there, that's how you hit somebody on the wee-woo switch. And last up, we have the killing fields. There is some fun stuff that you can do here. So obviously, you can hit the red tower right in front. That's just like 3.5 degrees down to about 1.5, something like that, and up to like 4.5-ish. So that's easy. Out to K buildings. So the reason why this is so important is because straight ahead you have this train car here, and then over here there's this stack of boxes that's right next to the train car. And then right here where the reticle, the center of the reticle is pointing, right in there is this little mail slot. The reason why this center K building is so important is because this is a really common place where Gluhar and his guards will kind of hunker down. And they love to hunker down in this front, like, third of the building. There's clips of guys throwing little grenades up over the top and killing a whole bunch of people inside of this. Rather than doing that and doing grenade tosses, what you can do is you can bring the AGS to the party. Kind of aiming to the center and going up to 4.8 and then just hitting it. And if you notice, some of these will actually mail slot inside if you can get really good, like, kind of perfect nades. So they kind of go all over the place, but some of them will actually get in. And the ones that get in are the good ones. That's what you want, because those are the ones that blow up and kill guards on the inside. And I've gotten, 5 and 6 kills inside of Gluhar guards inside that building. This building back door right here is just 1.5. You can lay it down on them. Guys coming in, guys going out. This sniper tower right out there, the 50 cal tower. If you want to hit that, it's plus 8.6, 8.7, and then you just fire for effect. Easy peasy. All right, now for some cheeky stuff. Okay, again, we love light poles. This light pole that's all bent off to the side, you're going to aim for the dead center of the light pole with the reticle zeroed, okay? So you want to make sure that the page up, page down thing is zeroed off. This is the Love Shack sniper tower. And you're going to go up to 9 or down to 9.1, okay? And then hit it. Anyway, guys, that's what I've got. Obviously, this isn't all of the points. There are some really fun things that you're still able to do with the AGS. I would highly recommend checking them out and toying around with this, seeing if you can find some additional cool spots to hit people. My hope is that this sets you down the path so that you guys can become the AGS Chad I know you all can be. We'll see you in the next one, guys, okay? Thanks. Peace.